Hi, hello everyone. We are live. Welcome to the League of Ridiculous Conversations podcast.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hope you all had good weekends. Hope things are
Yeah.
well. Hey Jet.
Hey, Jet.
Hello. Oh, okay there. Huh. Jet said hello. I also said hello. Hello.
We're 3 days away from the launch of Street Fighter 6 and Across the Spider-Verse and 6 days away from Diablo 4. This is the best and worst time to be me.
Hey, you're real busy, pal.
Very much so.
Yeah,
I'm
I am.
curious. I've actually been thinking about this. So we've got the charity stream this Saturday,
Yes, we do.
8 a.m.
Yes.
You've got the first chunk. You have to be there all day because you're the one keeping it live.
Yep.
Yeah.
When are you gonna see Spider-Verse?
Probably Sunday, if I'm being realistic.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. That was kind of like my plan too, is I'll see it Sunday. I'm not gonna try and squeeze it in early. It's gonna be too much last minute, and if anything goes
Yeah.
wrong, I'd probably be more comfortable if even if I didn't do anything Friday night, at least like I am there for something, as
Yeah.
opposed to being in the movie theater thinking about like, what do we still have to do?
Yeah, like I can't even really play Street Fighter or Diablo until after the charity stream anyway, because I can't, after my segment's over, I can't continue playing because
Nope.
internet stuff is
Taking
going
all
on.
your CPU.
Yeah. And then
You got to keep the train running.
and then Diablo's a online only game, so it's like, well, I can't be on the PS5 while I'm also streaming while
Nah.
paying attention to other things, so it's like, yeah. So I just have to
we got
wait.
you all day.
I just have to wait until at least Sunday to. That's why I didn't even watch The Little Mermaid yet, because I'm waiting. I'll probably end up watching that on Sunday as well.
But
Sunday,
you've seen it.
Yeah, but I want to see the new one because it's
Fair enough.
it's my favorite Disney movie. So I want to see the
What?
live action. Yes, The Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney.
No, I
Why?
know because you dressed up like Ariel. That
Oh
one
yeah.
year,
Yeah,
yes.
I remember that.
I'm
Uh,
genuinely curious why.
Remember
Well-
you dressed up like Ariel that one year as for
Remember he did
Halloween.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I love the songs. You have a Jamaican crab in it.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
plus
yeah,
plus
yeah.
one of the songs that's always resonated with me is "Part of Your World" because
Mhm.
as a person that I am, I've always felt outside, always been on the outskirts, on the cusp of society, not really fitting in anywhere, wanting to be a part of the world that everyone else is a part of. But
And fall in love with a beautiful white man.
exactly, I've always wanted to fall in love with a beautiful black-haired white man.
Oh,
Anthony.
What?
That's why I'm on this podcast.
Oh, there you go.
This is Jordan's 6-year courting plan for me.
That's been longer than 6 years.
Podcast has been about 6 years.
I meant friendship.
It's coming up.
I
to
meant
6 years.
friendship.
Oh, friendship. Yeah, no, yeah, longer than that. Friendship.
Yeah, friendship.
But he's got to
is
get to
like-
know me first before he knows I'm the right white boy with black hair.
It's true.
Yeah.
I had to make
He's
sure
not
he's down
just
for the
gonna-
cause, you know?
Yeah. He's
Ooh.
not just gonna foolishly run forward into any old, white boy's arms.
So in
Yeah.
other words, you're saying Jordan's not going to sell his voice to, let's say, Steph for this, just because we'll just keep us in the
Just so
character.
we're all
So
playing the
yeah,
character.
just we're all playing the game. Or am I more Ursula and Steph is more Scuttle?
Flounder.
I see me as more flounder. But
Mm. Yeah,
Ursula's
because that was
more
her best friend.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though she couldn't take him on land because then he
would
would
die.
die. So then
Or
that's why
what
she
if
took
he's
the
called
crab.
The killer whale.
What?
What?
Is that a
Spot,
thing in the
killer
new movie?
whale.
That's a new character entirely.
Yeah.
There's
Spot.
no killer whale in the.
That was like that's my biggest memory of The Little Mermaid was the episode with the killer whales
So
Okay, you're talking about the cartoon.
cartoon.
or the cartoon or movie. I think it was
Not
a
the
movie.
movie.
Not the movie.
Definitely not
There's
the
no
movie.
killer
Was it
whale
not
in
the
the
movie?
movie.
No, there's no killer whale in the
like
movie.
a separate movie.
There are several movies.
maybe the Little Mermaid 2.
maybe one of them, but like
Spot the killer whale.
I
Spot
don't
the-
remember a killer whale being in the sequel either.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember the killer
What's
whale
being given?
because that's how I always touch dogs gentle, like how she touched Spot, just like this, just like very very gentle with like your middle finger. And every time I see a dog, I used to do that.
I mean, I still do
rule
that
of
to
thumb.
dogs. Just
yeah.
on the little snoots, you know.
Spot the killer whale.
I don't think
I-
anybody here doubted that that was a thing, but we were telling you it was not in the
I
movie.
don't know if it was. No, I know it's not in the movie, but I
Okay.
swear there was another movie.
But
Well,
we
there
were all
was-
confused because we were talking about
I
the
mean, they
movie.
did that direct-to-video sequel,
Yeah.
There's the daughter of Ariel,
which
Then I
is
think-
in the. I think
and
she
then-
only got 2 though.
and then there's
That
I think
sounds
the
right.
daughter gets a cartoon series.
No, just
Yes.
Ariel had a cartoon.
The Little
series.
Mermaid, Whale of a Tale, Ariel's Undersea Adventures,
Huh.
1992.
Huh.
All about the whale then.
Huh.
All right.
Which
I
is
knew
weird
that
because
more
I
than
don't
knew
know.
The Little Mermaid.
I mean, this is gonna be dumb. We don't know geographically where
Where Ariel was.
this takes place, but Hans
Lost City
Christian
of Atlanta.
Andersen was like Amsterdam, like
Yeah, it's,
from
it's like
Amsterdam.
yeah, it's like around
Dutch?
yeah, it's around there. It's wherever Frozen takes place. It's the ocean. That's where Little Mermaid
Sure.
is.
And I'm all for that theory.
Yeah,
as
didn't they
well.
say that? They
No,
said
it's
that.
100% that though.
What was the story? What was the theory that they said? That Anna and Elsa's parents died on the boat?
Yes, that Ariel is
In the
going through.
Same boat that goes
Yes.
down in Little Mermaid.
But then we're supposed to believe that same boat found its way up on land for Frozen 2.
Disney magic,
Shipwrecks
baby.
happen.
I'm just saying.
It's the magic of Disney. It doesn't need to make sense. They
I
just
mean,
do.
they haven't. I guess my point was, are killer whales indigenous to the Dutch Sea? I guess is what I was.
I don't
Or
know.
how did a crustacean be Jamaican and find his way there?
Look,
Like,
all very good questions.
okay.
Maybe there was like a boat and then it got off it.
So
I don't
you're,
know.
you're
I want
you're
the
proposing that
Sebastian origin story.
yeah. So you're proposing that Sebastian got on a boat trip and found his way into
Or-
Amsterdam and was like, I guess I'll stay.
Or he was fished in the Caribbean and then sent
Oh.
live to the fucking Northern
To
Europe
the
or
cooks
whatever
or something, yeah.
because
And
he
then-
would last longer, he'd stay fresher if he stayed alive that whole time, then made a clever escape.
Because
Which
he
is
does
why
he does know a
that chef
lot
had-
about the outside world.
He does. And that chef really kind of like I felt there was a significant connection between those two, a grudge between those two.
Sebastian's great
Sebastian's
escape.
Great escape.
I'd be for that.
The origin no one asked for, but we all
But
want.
it's got to be animated. I don't want that weird like Squidward looking fucking Sebastian Wee that's in the new movie.
I want a
Oh.
man in a crab costume.
Let's
Oh,
get
Is
here,
there a
there's a
famous
fan.
Jamaican actor that could play that role so the accent would be real?
Phil Lamar.
I said an actual Jamaican man. I mean, he would be great.
He would be. All right, Steph, what you got?
Okay, so according to the dialogue in Tale of Two Crabs, Sebastian was born off the coast of Jamaica, hence the accent,
Yeah.
to Claude and Claudia Crab. He went to the Music Academy in Trinidad sometime around the time of the Great Typhoon of 43, according to the statement of
Oh.
his according to a statement of his made in the episode Stormy prior to joining King Triton's staff as his assistant.
And we're assuming 1743 or 1843 because you know
Or
it ain't
just
19.
43.
Oh, I don't know. It
It's
just said
19
43.
because there's
Well,
no war. that place would have been the height of World War II. Ursula would have had a swastika on trying to get up top.
We,
It's like-
we just found out that Sebastian is immortal.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing that like that cements it in our timeline.
Also true.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
I mean,
So like
we
they
don't have
could,
mermaids.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we
they,
don't.
they could
Oh,
have an
yes, that's
entirely
true.
different timeline than us. No, I mean,
Well, that was what
43
was.
threw me off, but
That's what I'll
cool.
be honest. Like, not that like Frozen 2 was like the best, but it really threw me off when they kind of gave it a timestamp of like modernization with like the train and the photography, and I was like, oh, so you're just in our world, sort of. I don't like that. It's implied that like if because when they do part 3, I'm like, they're gonna be riding in cars because that's the next step.
Yeah.
I was
In
just
a
like,
plane. On
I was
a
like, I don't
flight
like
a
this. You're
frozen
supposed
jet.
to be indiscriminately 1800s fairy tale times with magic. There should be no technology, and they're like, here comes a train. It was like,
Anna in the Great, Elsa in the Great War, just take down
yeah,
the
I was just like,
Nazis.
it's just
I am for it. I want to see that movie.
so it's World War One, and
Yes.
it's the Great War, and she goes off to war to fight for Arendelle from Norway,
Yes.
and she meets a young nurse, and that's the third movie.
Keep going.
You know, I this is probably the third time I just remembered I've never actually seen the finished version of Frozen 2.
Me neither.
Pretty sure you probably saw
Yeah.
all of it, I would imagine.
Yeah, because we saw a special preview of it, but it wasn't complete yet. So there's
Yeah, it was a
we still had some
storyboard.
storyboard
Yeah,
scenes
the
in there,
storyboard scenes.
so which was interesting. But yeah, I've never actually seen the finished product.
Yeah.
My favorite thing from that was when we asked you, like, what did you see? And you were like, we can't tell you. And you were like, but it was very cold in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there was
was like,
two movies it could
"Ah."
have been. It was either Frozen 2 or what was that other like DreamWorks movie that came out? It's
Out
not.
Cold 2, the sequel
that what
to
it
the
was?
early millennium comedy.
Was that the one?
No, Steph, it was
Okay.
not.
I can't trust you guys. I just
cannot.
I trust everything you say
Trust-
because you're
don't-
my friends
Look,
and you
look.
would tell me the truth.
I would say the trust goes, you can trust Jordan Anthony about 50% of the time. I would say mine's a little higher because I'm also equally as gullible as you are sometimes when it comes to things they say.
Okay, cool. We're on the
Yeah.
same. We're on the same boat. I mean,
That's because we're the
wherever
B
you-
squad.
wherever, wherever you. We're on the same page.
High five,
Boat,
sort of.
island, wherever. I'm with Leland.
Cool. Steph, can you tell me again the school that Sebastian went to?
Oh, he said the
Claude and
It was-
Claudette.
plotting
That's his parents.
Crab
Alright,
are the
hold up.
parents.
Pause right there for a second. That is, I am
Claude
so
and
upset.
Claudia. Sorry,
Claude and
Cloud and Claudia. Yeah.
Claudette is just as insane.
That's his sister.
My innate reaction to hearing that is just eye roll and like cringe, and then a deep sullen feeling that just drops inside of me when I realize I would do that. I would name them that if I was doing a Little Mermaid like little D&D one shot or some shit like that. That is some dumb shit that I would also
Claude
do.
and Claudia.
1000%.
The thing that always confuses me about names like that is just, all right, your mom and dad is Claude and Claudette. Why name your child Sebastian? You know,
Yeah,
like it's
and not Claudio.
yeah, like that seems like the obvious.
I mean,
With-
in the creator's defense, though, Sebastian was created first, then they created his parents later.
It's true. Yeah.
Sure, in the grand scheme of things. So why isn't his parents Shelby and Bastion?
Shelby.
Yeah. Was Shelly? Well, Shelly was too on the nose, but
So it said okay, so development. Like most of the supporting cast in The Little Mermaid, Sebastian did not appear in the original Hans Christian Andersen story of
Of
which the
course
film is
not.
based.
Why would that man
Instead-
write about a Jamaican crab?
No. So instead, he was a character exclusive to the Disney iteration, though
iteration.
His initial conception was much different than his final characterization. Sebastian, then known as Clarence, was originally intended to be almost Grimsby-like, posh, British, and uptight. However, lyricist, lyricist and screenwriter Howard Ashman suggested portraying a more entertaining, fun-loving Sebastian. So he was rewritten as Jamaican, which gave the songwriters the opportunity to incorporate calypso and reggae influences into the movie's score.
Look, all
Under the
good
Sea.
choices. Long way to say we need someone to shuck and jive. That's
Yeah.
I always find it interesting when you find out stuff like that, where they'll show you like the original sketches
Oh,
or
like what it
something,
was
Yeah.
supposed to be.
and you're just
and
like,
then it's
and look at this,
is
and
what
you're
we
like,
have.
well, that's awful.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that someone was like, no,
It's like-
this is bad.
it's like
Yeah.
Sebastian named Clarence was originally just a dude. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Just
There
a
was a-
stuffy European dude.
There was like a meme before that showed what like Flounder was or like what they thought Flounder was gonna look like. I saw that floating around. I mean, Flounder in the movie,
Or the live action, but before the finalized.
yeah,
design.
and that thing did not look good.
I
But
mean, the
it's-
original. Oh, go ahead,
Mm.
Steph.
And I've said this, or I said this on like I think Sunday's stream when we were playing. Overall, great movie. I would just like to say, staring at Flounder and Sebastian and them looking so real, like you're just staring
up.
at a crab. You're just
Yeah,
staring
it-
at a crab that's
yeah.
talking and it's not as animated.
The
But
most
like,
evolved creature on the planet.
yeah, it
Yeah,
just,
it's like when you watch The Lion King. It was just like there's no emotions coming from any
That's
of
what they
these
were saying.
lions.
I
Yeah.
watched a review and it was just showing both of like I guess Nala and Simba looking back at each other, and it just looked like you were in nature with just two lions
David
Yeah.
Attenborough just
looking at each
chatting it
other,
up.
just staring while drinking water. But like there's dialogue there. I visually just see two animals just looking and nothing else.
Well,
sometimes
it's fine. Oh no,
you
go ahead.
first. You go
I was
first.
just gonna say it's the old sketches of Ursula before she became a squid was like one of those
Yeah, what is that one?
lionfish. So she was like she had like a mermaid's tail, but those like weird barbs
Oh, like yeah.
coming out, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this would have worked. And then you see the finished product, you're like, no, this is clearly better.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
But
yeah.
sometimes I miss the old Disney where every king had just a weird sidekick assistant. You know, you have
Oh,
you have
some kinda,
Mufasa and you
advisor.
have what is that bird's name? I forgot the bird's name.
Zazu.
Zazu.
Yes.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you have Jafar with Iago. You have King
Iago.
Triton with Sebastian. You know, like
Yeah.
That's true.
were Flotsam and Jetsam
Oh.
in the movie?
Oh, what's her name?
Okay.
Who plays? There's like I fucking blanked.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy did fucking great. I froze.
I've
Okay.
heard
No, you're fine.
everyone says she does really good, and I do want to see the movie. The more and more I think about it, I kind of was like, maybe I probably should go see it. But like, I did watch like a 2-minute clip of her singing, like which I kind of consider like top 5 greatest Disney songs is her song, and I was not impressed. And I was like,
Oh, okay.
ooh, maybe it's better in the movie than this YouTube clip I'm watching on my phone
Oh.
in bed.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like-
You're fine. Like I just
She's
think she
not a
did really good
singer.
because she was
It-
so extra
Yes,
and
and that's the thing is
dramatic
I'm like, I
that I
don't
love.
think you're a singer. per
Should have been
se.
Lizzo.
It should have been a drag queen, but I'll take Lizzo
Also,
all
yeah.
damn
Oh,
day. Yeah,
I could
like,
also
you know,
imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd been
Lizzo
pretty
would have
bad.
been great.
I haven't seen Mulan either. This is the first Disney
action?
live action that I've watched beginning
In
to
its
end.
entirety, yeah. I don't think I've seen.
In all of the live movies that are out.
I've only seen
Did
the
they do
first
Mulan?
15 minutes. Yes, they did do Mulan. It was Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
they did do Mulan.
Exclusive, which did
That
not
came out,
do
like, the-
well.
Wait, that came out like the
early
It
first
was
week.
20.
the
It was
first-
2020 when it came
Yeah,
out.
the
Yeah,
pandemic, because
yeah.
everyone was like, "Hey, you can pay this much."
You pay
and
$15
watch
to
it.
watch it on Disney
Right.
Plus.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
can watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I
got
do
2
wanna
minutes
see
into
it
Mulan and went
eventually.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon super fast. Now
Look,
I have to watch it.
I just know Ming
still
Na
watch
shows up at one point dressed as her animated character, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm watching this movie." At one point,
All right.
I love that woman, and I will watch her read the phone book. I don't care what it is.
I would too.
She's
I enjoy her very much in
Immensely.
things.
Yeah.
Who do we enjoy? I missed it.
Ming Na
Na
Wen,
Wen.
the original
Yeah,
voice
you would
actress
know her, Steph.
for
You-
Mulan. She played
Got it.
Chun-Li in the Street Fighter movie.
Got it.
Yep.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really bad with the names.
Next to Kylie Minogue as Cammy
I forget that that's
and Jean-Claude Van Damme as American William Guile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Look,
too.
that movie's not great, but it's
I do
It's
want to
fun.
You're
kinda
wrong.
good,
It's
though. Like,
amazing.
no, it's like
It is so
it's not
fun.
like good, but I love it.
Yeah.
One of my most favorite YouTube clips is the like the redubbed version of his speech to like all of the UN army.
I forget if I've seen that.
It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of along the lines of bad lip reading,
Yeah.
but it's more like if you had to rewrite his dialogue only based off of the audio that he's saying. It sounds like it's what he's saying, but it's very easily reinterpreted
Yeah.
to this even more outlandish, ridiculous thing. It's like a 15-year-old clip or something, 10 to 15-year-old clip at this point. But it's great, and I've never not thoroughly enjoyed myself after watching it.
Well, Anthony, you and me have always enjoyed the one line we think is a great fucking line in a really weird movie.
Some
Is when
motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
no, that's Blade, bro. But like the no, when Chun-Li's talking about like you came into my village, you destroyed it. He just like this day was so important to you.
For you, it was the worst day of your life.
Yeah.
Your village was destroyed. Your father was killed. For me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just like such a great villain line in such a shit movie. We're like, damn.
The movie
you
that
going for
killed
something.
Raul Julia.
Oh man,
Oh,
But
dude, he was-
man, did he chew the scenery in
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single scene.
it's one of those movies. He did it for his kids. Like I kind of
Yeah.
respect actors that do like shit movies that they know are like this is bad, but my kids can't see my other movies. So
Yeah.
here, I'll do this.
But
You know,
he
Yeah.
leans into it in
Yeah.
a way that makes it a fantastic performance, even if it's batshit crazy.
well, he
Like,
gives
they
it
don't
the-
always do
yeah.
shit like that.
Well, it's one of my favorite quotes from Michael Caine for the Muppet movie that he did, the Muppets Christmas Carol, is
Yeah.
they were like, you know, you're acting with Muppets. You can have fun with it. He's like, no, I'm gonna play this dead fucking serious. And he
That's
does.
all the better
And
for it.
that's why it works so well, is that he treats those puppets as like
Real
real
people.
actors in the scene. You're just like,
Yeah.
huh.
He's not winking at the audience along with the Muppets.
Yeah.
He's the
It's like,
real
No,
human.
no. Bob Cratchit, my employee for 15 years, is a frog.
Yes.
Who's married to a pig who had children equally frogs and pigs. How that
All
works, I
hybrids.
don't know, but it just does.
Nature finds a way.
Now I want to
Uh,
rewatch the Street Fighter live action movie because it's weirdly the most coherent retelling of the Street Fighter story.
I mean, it kind of is.
No.
In a way, it kind of stays true to the storyline of what they did back
It
then.
is the closest to a coherent Street Fighter 2
We're only
story.
talking about the live action ones, right?
Yes.
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
okay.
that
Then
legend
yes.
of not the legend of
Oh.
Chun-Li starring
No,
Lana
no.
Lang and
That's
fucking-
trash.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh.
watch that.
With
Oh.
the
The
white dude
animated
as
movies
Bison.
are better.
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
watched that
no,
yet.
No, it's worse
Yeah.
than that if you remember. He's white, grew up in Thailand,
Yes.
but has a Scottish accent
Yep.
because of his heritage. And you're like, but did you go to Scotland ever? No. Why do you have an accent?
Yeah, it's really stupid.
That's not how this works.
It's so dumb.
Born in Scotland, dumped in Thailand,
Yeah.
became Shadowloo Warlord.
Yeah, remember Anthony when we watched it for the podcast, we were shocked because we watched the unedited version and he like stabbed his hands into the pregnant woman's belly to pull out the baby to get its energy, and we're just watching it like, the fuck is this?
That's
I swear the character in Street Fighter 6, JP, who's like the new villain, I'm pretty sure he's based off of Legend of Chun-Li's Bison because he's a
Nice.
white dude with psycho power. Like,
nice.
That movie was so bad.
it's so bad.
Oh.
It's bananas. The animated movie, though, good.
I have it
I
right over
watched
there.
a few of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Haven't seen
is
that
it the
one.
one where Chun-Li takes a shower and she's attacked and
Yes.
she has to...
Yep.
Okay, I've seen
Yeah.
that one.
No,
and I
Street-
remember thinking
yeah.
at a time going like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, the Street Fighter 2 anime movie is awesome and unhinged at the same time.
Yes, it is.
The movie literally starts, well, it starts with Ryu fighting Sagat and getting with the Shoryuken, getting the scar on his chest. The very next scene is Cammy assassinating a prime minister.
The movie
Was
does
she-
everything.
Was she an assassin?
Yes, yeah.
She's a
So-
brainwashed.
Yeah, she was
assassin
origi-
for
yeah.
Empire.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
but that's not her like true thing. She's a good person. She's a
She-
good character.
She is
right?
now a good character, but she was originally created as a clone body for Bison to take over later in life when his body would deteriorate. But she
when he
broke
decided
free.
he wanted to be a sexy lady.
Yes,
later in life.
exactly.
Hmm.
But
Is M.
but-
Bison trans?
Not yet. But before that could happen, she eventually broke free of his mind control and did all the things. But as she was working with Bison, she was known as Killer Bee, which is what I named this fight
Oh.
stick after.
Yeah.
God, that thing looked complicated.
And then she joined the. It is just a fight stick, but instead of the stick, it's buttons. This
I
is
don't like
up.
it.
This is
No.
right, down, left. That's it.
I don't like it.
To me, when you hold that up, it looks like art. Like you just took a piece of plastic, glued some buttons on it, and you're like, "This is what I do when I'm bored. I just hit this." Like, it's,
It's this giant fidget tool.
it's-
Yeah, it works really well as a fidget tool. I'll be honest. All my sticks do work well as fidget tools. And after Cammy broke free of Bison's brainwash, she joined the secret service, the secret British service thing called Delta Red, which I named this fight stick after.
Now let's go through the names of all your fight sticks.
I just named those two. That's
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
I really want him to make an ice cream sandwich one
like I have my
because
Shadow
it looks
one right
perfectly
here.
like it.
Why would it be called ice cream sandwich stuff?
Because that little square looks like a little ice cream sandwich, and I can totally
Oh.
imagine it.
Brown on
with
the top
white-
and bottom.
I see where you're going. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't worry, Steph. I got something coming for you.
Yeah. It'd be
Ooh.
really cool if it's
That was a threat.
Neapolitan, but I would also be okay if it was just vanilla. But if it was Neapolitan, that'd be
Steph's
even
just,
better.
Steph's just dropping hints that she would like ice cream delivered to her house at one point
That
this
too.
evening.
Someone
from
Postmates
somebody.
Steph a fucking
I
ice cream
love
cone.
Yeah,
ice
it's like-
cream.
She's like, during the show, I would like a knock at my door and ice cream.
Yeah, those are really
And
good.
honestly, respect.
I think we all would like that.
You know, the funny thing is, one of Bison's clone bodies, Seth, is legitimately a trans character because Street Fighter 4, man body, Street Fighter 5, woman body.
Right on.
Yeah. And Seth is so
Look
much
at you,
better in
Street
Street Fighter 5.
Look at you, Street Fighter.
I just think it's funny
Impressive
that they've
shit.
only made it to 6. I honestly thought they had surpassed.
Well, it's the
Six,
same thing
like,
as like
long
Kingdom
ago.
Hearts. There's like 5 in between each major number.
Sure, but there's only
Yeah.
really 3.
Yeah, like and it's also the thing where there were side games, like there's the whole Alpha
Sure.
series, and then there's the EX series, and then but those aren't really canon.
I mean, you put the Mortal Kombat trailer in this chat,
Yeah.
and then I
Oh.
watched it on the big screen, and I'll tell you, I was upset that I couldn't throw money into the screen. Like I was just like, I want it now. You know.
My
Did you
only
hear who the
problem-
downloadable characters are supposed to be?
It was like Johnny Cage and a bunch of other characters, but like
No,
my-
no, 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 no.
okay.
The,
Jean-Claude Van
the
Damme?
other IP characters they always
Oh.
integrate in.
Oh, I'm
It's
not
supposed
sure.
to be
Yeah.
Omni-Man, Homelander,
Oh, yes,
and
yeah.
Peacemaker.
yeah, which
I want 'em. Peacemaker.
It sounds
yes.
great.
Dude, we watched
it's
the
just
the
Stryker
Mortal
and he
Kombat
sucks.
trailer at the hotel when we
Ugh.
were in Vegas, and we were fucking
No,
dying.
no one,
because-
no one talks about Stryker, Anthony. No one talks about Stryker
I just did.
because he was just a white police officer with guns, and that's all he did. He just shot everyone.
Yeah.
And one
Which
of his
one's
quotes was,
Stryker?
"Are you ready for some police brutality?" In Mortal Kombat 9, he says that.
Wow.
I have that one, and I don't remember this character at
Stryker,
all.
he is the police officer.
He's the guy in like white and blue riot gear,
Yeah.
and he shoots. He's
He
the
just
guy
has
with
guns.
the guns.
He throws grenades at people too.
Huh. He never came back for another game, I assume.
No,
He's been
no.
in several games.
Like,
I think 2 is his first game.
yeah, he was introduced in 2. He was there in 3, and then I think he was gone until 9 because it's a
Wow,
police
I
officer killing people.
Sure, no, I get all the reasons
minorities in
why
Mortal
it's,
Kombat too.
I get
So
why it's
many.
bad. I just totally don't remember this character because
I
I probably
wouldn't
Steph
never
just
have
played it.
googled the
known.
character.
No, I did,
Trash.
and it's just a policeman
Yeah.
Yes.
with
That's
his
what we're
fist
saying.
up. Like it's
Yeah.
just like a normal dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He's-
I always
He's
like the,
Jax without the arms.
He wasn't even chosen to be in the Mortal Kombat tournament. He is just a white police officer shooting people.
he just found his way there.
Like,
They're like, why
when-
are you here?
when
I
Nether-
heard I can shoot minorities, so I thought I'd show up.
When NetherRealm invaded Earthrealm, he's just like, well, guess I'm off my leash now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No
Yeah, I
rule.
like looked up stuff.
Beck yet again won in the chat if you want to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, it says I looked up, like I googled, and it just says things to know. So strength has he's incredibly resilient and adept at hand-to-hand
Adept.
combat,
Yeah.
and then adept, and then relies mostly on police weaponry such as guns, tasers, and grenades.
Yep. One of his fatalities is to
system.
tase you until you explode.
His name is Matthew Mercer.
No, that's the
No,
voice
that's
actor.
the actor.
Oh shit.
That's the
Oh,
voice
it's like-
actor in Mortal Kombat 9.
His name
I was
is
like, that
Curtis
seems
Stryker.
weird.
You know, Matt
Matthew
Mercer.
Curtis Stryker.
Yes,
Soldier
Curtis
1.
Stryker. Yeah. Matt Mercer, the voice of
Everything.
Daddy
Ganondorf in
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom, he was way too hot. I started thinking about Ganondorf and I lost my train of thought.
How is that? Anybody who's been playing Tears of the Kingdom, like how is Daddy Ganon?
He's so hot for no reason. He is way too
I've seen
hot.
photos, but like, how's the performance? How is Mercer doing in that performance?
He's
Is it
doing Mercer.
equally as- Okay.
This conversation even Vanessa brought it up at trivia a couple weeks ago that the
Mhm.
internet was going nuts with Daddy Ganon, and I was like, what? And I looked it up. I was like, oh no, this is awkward.
Yeah, it's like,
Like
oh,
how-
you're the villain.
Oh no!
Oh, you kidnapped me.
no.
Oh no, you
I
kidnapped me. Stop.
fell. Oh
Stop.
no.
Oh, get away.
Corm out here revealing herself, saying that Ganondorf has always been hot, revealing herself as a real monster fucker.
I mean, I remember the 80s cartoon. Hot is not the word I would use. He looked like a
Mhm.
pig.
Yes, because
Mhm.
he's literally a pig demon.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Hell
that's
yeah,
that's his
Corm,
true
you live your
form,
truth.
Ganon, where he's a pig demon. But then he's Ganondorf when he's in human form.
Got it.
And
I didn't know
and
any of
and,
that.
and to be honest, if I could choose a human form, I'd pick a very hot one. Like, why
Hell
not?
Yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah!
but going back to what I was saying, I thought that new Mortal Kombat trailer looked legit, and I was very
Oh, this-
excited.
My one
Yeah.
issue
Fun.
with the Mortal Kombat trailer, no actual gameplay. I want to see what
Yeah.
I want to see
The
what the
first one.
cameos are about. I want to see what the cameos are. But like if you think about Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 11, both revealed trailers had some fighting in it. So you have some idea of what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have the UI or anything, but you see Scorpion and Sub-Zero just punching each other and like, all right, cool, there's fighting.
Yeah.
But that wasn't in the Mortal Kombat 1
Why are
trailer.
they rebooting it?
Because at the end of the last game, they reset the universe.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Liu Kang becomes the god of fire and kills the god of time, and then he rewinds time
Yeah.
to try to make things better this time around.
As you do, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
everyone can be reset, but like different.
Yeah.
and do
Yeah.
some cooler things. I'm kind of excited. I like that even though it's a reboot, it's still continuity based.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Due to
Superboy
plot, yeah.
punched the interdimensional, source wall, and now we all get to start over.
I do like that they're implying that Scorpion and Sub-Zero are allies now and not just trying to kill each other. I do like that Kitana and Melina seem to be friends this time around.
That won't last.
No.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Me and Steph saw otters this weekend.
We did.
Not together.
Yeah.
She
That
saw.
would've been sweet.
She saw. You went to SeaWorld and saw. You saw sea otters. Correct?
Sodders.
Yeah. Yeah. See otter.
And I saw rainforest river otters, which were
Rotters?
Mm.
I'm not
Got
gonna
him with the
lie.
quick jab.
These things were fucking huge. Like I was really thrown off at how big these otters were. I'm so used to seeing like the cute little river otters that Steph likes, where they're like
Yeah.
small-ish. And these
You
things
only.
were like 4 feet long otters. I was like, this is a fucking big otter.
It's as big as a child.
Yeah, you only see the really tiny otters at SeaWorld during the sea lion show.
Dire otters.
Hell yeah.
'Cause
Daughters.
There's one
Gotta
otter
write
that
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 Daughters.
goes there. Because
They
if
had
you're
a really-
walking,
No,
Go
no, I
for
was gonna say, Steph, you went to SeaWorld
yes.
and I went to the LA Zoo. Two different things.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're
I
going
w-
specifically to ride the new ride.
I watched a ride through. That ride actually looked quite fun, and I was like, I can do that ride. There's no flips.
Oh yeah, no, you could totally do that ride. The only thing is that I will have to say about it. Okay, so I don't know if it was just this past weekend, but I think it was this past weekend. If you were a pass holder, you get like you can ride it. Like it's like first experience type deal. So we were in line maybe I think a 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe an hour.
Nice.
That's
I
not
forget.
bad.
It's not too
It
bad.
didn't take too long. It was fine, but it got way worse
Uh-oh.
like after. My only thing was I don't know if it's just because it's new or like there wasn't really much to look at. Like okay, the whole point of the ride was supposed to be like, oh, you're on a rescue. Like the thing that you're sitting on looks like jet skis and it's supposed to mimic like being on a rescue, and it has like 3 parts that go super fast, super fun. The only thing was just like, I guess scenery wise it was just very bland
Oh,
and meh.
that's. I think you're being an understatement. It was a track where occasionally they put down some fake icebergs around it, and all you saw the rest of
No!
it was San
No!
Diego.
There was not even I don't even remember icebergs. You know what I saw? There was a post that just said Tokyo. And I was like, what about this is Tokyo? Like it was literally like I'm
A
exaggerating.
single
but,
geisha.
yeah, no. I'm not asking for much. I just like you know how they have those like not street signs, but it's just like a post and it'll be like, oh, this way is something and this way is this. Yeah. No, it just looked like a basic ass, like I'm exaggerating, but I'm just thinking of like just like a coat rack that just said Tokyo. And I was like, what about this is Tokyo? Nothing screams Tokyo here. And then you turn and I'm sure it was like another place because like before getting on the ride, there's like a map that they show where it's just like, these are all the places that we do rescues at. Like it was just naming stuff on the map. And I didn't feel any of that.
Who or what did you rescue in the course of this ride?
You didn't rescue anything. You just rode the ride. And my arms were too short and it was really uncomfortable to hold the jet ski. So I just held the little bar in front of me. That's another thing. So you're really exposed on that ride. You sit on this jet ski
Straddle
and
coaster.
yeah, you sit on this jet ski seat and then there's like a an arm resting that kind of just pushes up like to your stomach, so it kind of just seats you in there. But like all this, like all your hips up is just all exposed, and yeah, this is all open, so it's not
Sounds
like, oh, I'm
Pony
in the
Express
car
at
seat.
Knott's.
It's like
I
Pony Express,
guess.
but like
Sure.
a lot longer.
Like I think the drop is 30 feet.
There's a drop.
And well, I mean, it says, I was reading the
You know,
description. It says like 30 feet.
have you
drop. It's
been
not
on
too
the
much.
Mummy?
No, I've been wanting to ride that ride.
Just watching the ride through, it reminded me a lot of like the Mummy kind of track. So okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Super quick. It wasn't, I mean, all the rides are kind of super quick. Oh, here. Feel the awesome power of the ocean in a whole new way on pipeline. Wait, no, that's not the right. That's the wrong ride. Sorry.
That's
Arctic
Pipeline.
Rescue is the one that I'm looking at. Either or, I would ride it again. I just felt like there would be more to it.
Like, was there no like speakers like saying something to you?
No. And there was a part that we went through a pipe, and it was just
Yep.
like, cool. There was nothing in there. I was
Okay,
just
well,
really.
Is it a roller coaster or is it like a ride?
It's a roller coaster,
It's
but
a roller coaster ride.
think Thunder Mountain style roller coaster, but with no theming. There's
yeah,
no,
that's
there's
why I
no.
was just like,
It's got a couple drops. There's some heavy
Yeah.
turns, and at one point it looked like in the ride video you go like this, but real quick you're back.
oh, yeah.
That's about it though. Very
that felt
basic
really
roller coaster.
cool when you were at like the angle and you're like, oh shit, I could just like fall like that. That was real fun. It was really fast. It was just, I also appreciate scenery on rides, and there was nothing there.
It did look like a white roller coaster in a parking lot. Yeah.
How is this compared to the other SeaWorld rides?
I really like Manta. Manta's really fun. I really like Emperor, which is the one with the, I think it's like a 40-story drop or 4-story.
Good God.
4-story drop.
Okay, that's much
Sorry,
different.
40 is a lot.
I was like, fucking Viper
Four-story
is 17
drop.
stories. I can't imagine what 40 would be.
Goliath isn't 40 stories.
Yeah, sorry.
400
Corm,
feet
I've done.
down?
We did Emperor the first time it opened. We got lucky because it was too intense for a lot of people. I think that not a lot of people were riding that ride, and we didn't.
What was the ride I rode on that one time I went to SeaWorld with you?
Oh, Electric Eel.
Yes.
An electric eel, that thing still fucks with me because all you have holding you is literally just like a seatbelt strap. And there's a part where you go to it shoots you back, then it shoots you forward, then you go up, and then this is me seated, and you just go, whoop,
Nope.
and another slow turn, and then you drop down. But that feeling of my seatbelt could just fall, and I could just be like, well.
Are
Yeah,
you sure I was on
just-
that one?
Yeah, you've done Electric Eel. I'm pretty sure we did that. We did that for Halloween. We went
Yeah.
on Electric Eel. You did go on that. I don't know if you went on Manta.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Manta's the one that just feels like a really fun ride. The best way I could describe Manta is like riding on Ninja. It just feels like a relaxing,
think we did
super
Manta.
fast ride.
I think we did Manta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe
Because I don't remember doing any like flippy dippies.
okay. Then maybe it was Manta.
For everyone in the audience, Corm put a link to Electric Eel in Pod Talk and now
Wild.
Manta. So if you ever want to, I guess, check that out.
I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, Corm.
The little bitch in me comes out where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm not going to be able to handle these rides. And I feel like I'll know when I'm up there. And I'm just really worried for the day where I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
No, it's a really bad feeling when it happens, Steph. Trust me.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be terrifying. I'm
Yeah.
going to be very upset.
I got off Space Mountain about 10, 15 years ago and was like, well, that was it.
No,
That was the last
I
That was the
legit,
last one. I am.
I legit had this
Yep.
conversation with my coworker, and I brought you up because I was like, one time on the podcast we were talking, I was like, I'm gonna keep riding roller coasters until I can't. I don't know when that day's gonna come, but when it comes, it's gonna suck. And I
You got
forgot what
plenty
day
of
you
time.
said. What did you say? What year was yours?
It's about 10 years ago, give or take.
Okay.
It's the
Yeah,
same
same
with
here.
California Screamin' at California Adventure, which you two will be available to ride.
I've never
later
been on
this
that
year.
one.
To
Yeah.
Which one is
commemorate
that?
our friendship.
Well, it'll be without me, so I'll hold your purses while you guys
one?
all go have a flippy dippy enjoyable time, and I'll just be sitting
Oh, was
down
that
there
on the
eating,
Mickey
ice cream.
ride?
That's the Mickey
Ooh.
roller coaster in California.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I watched a
Me and
video
Beck
on
just sitting there with Scott, just licking ice cream. Yep. This
It's
is
a good
us.
time.
I watched a video where a girl didn't know what to expect on that ride, so she was just kind of hanging out like all willy-nilly, and then it hit, and she would not stop screaming.
That thing fucking goes off.
Oh, that ride is a great fucking roller coaster. It hurts
Yeah.
me that I can't go on it anymore because it was great. Because it goes
Oh,
from,
man.
because it's the Incredicoaster now. It was called California Screamin'. But the whole trick is it goes from like 0 to 50 in like 6 seconds or some nonsense. Because
Oh.
you're like,
it's like being in
Dash
Niall's
from
car.
Incredibles.
Huh.
Or
There you
riding
go.
with Anthony.
Okay, there it is. There it
Yeah.
is.
I saw Piranhas for the first time ever this weekend.
The movie?
Neat.
Love the
They don't-
movie. Very disappointed because they were in the river otter enclosure, but not.
Oh.
Hold up. So they had
Ripping otters
two-
apart.
Yeah.
They had 2 glass walls. The piranhas were in the front part, and then the rest of the river otter enclosure was there, so they were safe from it. But I turned to Scott at one point. I'm like, "Yeah, this is neat. I've always wanted to see piranha. You could see their teeth and they're
Oh,
big
yeah.
sized fish. It's like, this is great.
Yeah.
Throw something in here. I paid money.
Oh, did
I
they?
want to see
No?
it devour something. Where's where's the piranha experience where I can throw a chunk of, I don't know, some animal in there?
I want to throw a turkey leg into the piranha water and have it come up as a clean white bone.
Yeah, I want to see this. Yeah, we did the zoo. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. We didn't watch any shows. We were gonna ride Emperor, but I think it was like 15 minutes, and then by the time we got there, it shot up to like, I think 70 or
Oof.
80
Oh,
minutes, and it was just like,
jeez.
never mind.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what's
a lot for
crazy too?
SeaWorld.
So they have a thing at SeaWorld where you can skip the line, right?
Yeah, like a fast
when-
pass situation.
Yeah, the fast pass situation. But when you buy the fast pass situation, it's only for that one ride. So it would be
Oh, that's
$20 to skip the line for just this
Yep.
ride.
Sounds like Disney.
Whoa.
Yeah. Cuz they're like, you could see it, it looks like a little ATM machine, and they have it like right off to the side. And then it'll just be like, skip the line. And then yeah, you would think that you would pay that one thing and skip all the lines, but no.
Nope.
No, they get you.
Got a nickel and dime.
Which is
ya.
real quick.
Oh.
Because it's like 20, 20, 20. And there's only like how many rides there? I actually want to go back in the summer because they finally are gonna have a show where the Circus Soleil used to be at SeaWorld.
Yes.
That one area near like the sky, those little sky rides in like the back part of the park.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like a mermaid show that they're starting to do, which looks
Mm.
interesting. It's called like Love of the Mermaid or some shit like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the trailer on Netflix for the reality TV show of Mermaid People?
What?
Nope.
No.
Oh, yep. Documentary on Netflix or some streaming service about people who want to be mermaids.
Want to live that
Noted.
mer life.
I want to watch.
Yep.
Right on.
Steph, don't watch it right now.
No, I'm gonna
Oh.
note it so I have it. I want to
Um,
watch it right now.
Went to the, I'm
Mermaid.
gonna mess up the name, the movie museum, the Academy. The Academy Awards has a museum,
Mm-hmm.
and you can like look at Academy Awards, and they have different
Oh.
retrospectives of film history and whatever. It was really cool. Highly recommend if you're into that sort of thing.
on.
4 levels. Was really shocked
Ooh.
at how large it was. I didn't realize it was that long. They had a reproduction of the Jaws shark dangling over the stairs or the
Nice.
escalators. So that was kind of fun. But they had this big room where it had like the timeline of when the Oscars started up until this last year, and they had this whole room full of clips of like famous or important individuals winning the Oscars, and they would replay their speeches over and over again, and it was like really cool to hear those. And then we found out when we got up to the 3rd and 4th floor that their exposition right now was black cinema from 1910 to like 1971.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointed they didn't go further past 71 because I really wanted to see what they would do for a black exploitation section,
Oh,
because I
man.
really just wanted to see the costumes from the 70s in person. Because I just want to be like, where's the Pam Grier section and where can I touch it?
Pam Grier took it home at the end of the day. It was
Yes,
hers.
she did, because they were hers. Yes, she was like, no, that was my jacket. So it was really neat how you learned about like how there was a lot of black created owned movies in the 1920s and 30s that have never been seen. Like they've been lost to time, but now they're being found. I was just like, wait, what? How do you find a 100-year-old movie that was just all right? But they were showing clips of them, and they had this 1920s section because of the they had a whole little section devoted to shit. What is her name?
They had a whole section devoted to shit. That's so
Ew.
weird.
Shut up. Oh fuck, Scott, if you're in the
It's all in
chat,
German, though.
she did the banana dance. She went to Paris. Damn, it's very famous. A black singer, musician from the 1920s and 30s. And they had a whole little section for her, and they had one of the most stunning, like Josephine Baker. So they had a thing for her, and they had this like, it had to be like at least 20 feet, maybe not as big, but it was this beautiful, the most beautiful black woman in the 1920s singing behind her. She had like all these real famous jazz musicians. It was like a real photo from some movie, and it reminded me so much of the Knott's Berry Farm Goring 20s section that I thoroughly just loved. And I was just like, I want all of this. I was just like, I want to live in this painting. I just want to walk through this picture and enjoy this awesomeness. And then they had like, because it has to be discussed in film, unfortunately, they had like a little section for like the racist stuff. It was just like
A little section?
Well, I mean, they didn't want to. They want to be positive, so it was just like they didn't want to like. Here's all the racist things. It's just like no, we're good. Like we know that. But like they had an original Uncle Tom's Cabin book.
Wow.
And I was like really thrown off by it, and they had 2 of them. It was like first editions, and I was like, oh wow. And then right next to it, because it was juxtaposed, like, here is Tom's Cabin. They were like, ultimately, if you think it was a benefit to history, that's everyone's interpretation. They're like, but here's next to it is the non-benefit. What was that real famous fuck, my brain is not working tonight.
No, you're fine.
It's a 1920s movie. Basically, the KKK is the star.
Oh,
Birth of a Nation?
Birth
of a Nation. And they had the book that was based on. And I read the description. It was just like, that story where the KKK built America. And I was just like, oh, this is just awful. Like everything about this is awful. And
God.
I don't like this section. I'm very uncomfortable. And
all the while you just hear Zippity Doodah playing in the background.
It wasn't that bad. But they did have this painting on the wall that was very upsetting, but also I understand why they did it. And it was this painting from the 1960s where it was like silhouettes of terrible things that happened to black women in slavery. and like the early parts of America, and it was very powerful. Just you see this like these silhouettes, and it was just some of the most awful things. You're just like, yay for this room. I'm glad that the 1920s room was full of music and positivity. They were like, let's talk about jazz. I was like, yes, let's please. It's like, but it was very powerful. It was very good kind of thing about learning about black cinema back in the day, and they covered a lot of stuff. I think they could have covered more, but there's only so much space that you can fill in a museum because they were covering like in other stuff.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about a woman I've never heard of, a Latina woman in the 70s who I guess did a lot of documentaries about like what it was like to be a Latino woman in the 1970s in LA. So it was a little section. I took a picture of her name because I was like, I want to look this chick up. I've never heard of this. So it's really cool.
Rosie Perez.
It was not Rosie Perez.
I was gonna make the same joke. I was like, nope, delete.
Yeah, they had a whole section devoted to White Men Can't Jump, the remake.
Oh God.
They really wanted you to be aware of who Jack Harlow is. They had a clip room, which I could have sat and watched clips all goddamn day.
Lourdes Portillo.
That was her name. Yeah.
Portillo?
Very. But what I was going to get is, so they had a room full of, they had like 15 Oscars that were either donated by the family or perhaps they just own them because the person who had them is dead. So I don't know how that works, but they had a lot of Oscars. And inside the room they had, the costumes and dresses. And this is just how Oscars and fruity I am. I clocked Halle Berry's Oscar dress from like 2 rooms back. Like I saw it like standing, I'm like, oh, that's Halle Berry's Oscar dress. And Scott just looked at me. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. And then they had Anthony, you would have been all over this though. They had like a costume room with like they had Dick Tracy's suit and coat.
Right on.
Ooh.
And they had the Goblin King David Bowie's outfit,
The whole thing.
bulge included. I took
Wow.
Shying
photos.
away from history.
Nope, I took photos. I'll share them later. And then they had Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy wig, and I got real excited. Yeah, Wiener included. It was there. And then they had like a makeup section where they had like Danny DeVito's prosthetic from Batman.
right
They had a
on.
whole
Wow.
cool Tim Burton kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fucking the original R2D2.
Arturito.
How's that holding up?
Looks great. I mean, I could see where a little person lived in it. Like it was larger than I remember. I was like, this is actually quite big.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
C-3PO.
half of Steph.
It was about half a Steph. Yeah.
Oh.
Also, we learned that that's it, because they had a whole Godfather thing. I guess the Godfather's up on some sort of anniversary, so they had a whole room just devoted to the Godfather, playing clips, all sorts of crazy shit, and they had all these costumes. Like, look, I know that when you meet actors, sometimes you find out, the joke, like, oh, they were taller or shorter than I thought they were.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are short. Martin Sheen had to be 5'5". Like his little outfit, and then Al Pacino's suit was so tiny. I was like, you're ooh-ah, how can this be? Like you are a larger than life
small, though.
presence, but not until you see this suit.
All right. You know that he's small, but he is in fact smaller than you think he is.
Yes, he was tiny.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just
well,
a little guy.
because Joe Pesci was there and he didn't seem too small compared to everyone else. So it's like,
I mean, maybe they do the Robert Downey Jr. heels and flared pants. I don't know, but like this motherfucker
or the
was
Tom
short.
Cruise, fruit crate or whatever he stands on.
Yeah, it was wild walking through this. I kept turning to Scott. I'm like, this motherfucker is small. I was like, that is
All
not
of Tom
right.
Cruise's costumes are next to the Lollipop Guild and the Wizard of Oz section.
They had Frank the Bunny's outfit from what movie? Donnie Darko.
Oh.
Okay.
They had
Yes, yeah.
C-3PO. Taller than I expected. Yeah, it was really neat. I highly recommend it if you're into cinema and history. Like it was really neat. They had an original. It was the largest room I've ever. It was so large. It had to be at least 100 feet tall. I don't even know how tall this room was. And they had one of the giant matte paintings from Hitchcock's North by Northwest, the Mount Rushmore that they had in the background of shots. And it was so large that you actually could go up to another level and look at it at
eye to eye,
eye to eye, and then go back downstairs and look at it up again. And the last thing I thought was funny is that the bridge to get you to this view of Los Angeles, because this is a very large building, was called the Barbra Streisand Bridge, and that just tickled me immensely because it was funny. I don't know why I thought it was funny.
Reference or something?
Nope.
Cool.
Just the Barbra Streisand Bridge. Maybe she bought it. I don't know.
The Barbra Streisand Bridge.
Streisand. But I just thought it was very funny. I was just like, we're going to walk across the Barbra Streisand Bridge.
She doesn't want you to know about it, though.
No, not at all. Oh, yeah, it was on Roddenberry Lane, which real tickled me again.
That's fun.
It was a good day.
Nice.
Went to a
That's super
farmer's
fun.
market, ate more than I should have. It was good. Good time.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, what'd you get there?
I got barbecue.
Ooh.
I got brisket with mac and cheese and some of the best beans I've ever had.
That
And
sounds yummy.
Scott went straight up gumbo. He found the Cajun
Nice.
section.
Nice.
I almost went with the Cajun
like
thing,
traditional gumbo yet.
I was having stomach issues, so I was like, let's not tempt fate with Cajun. But they did have alligator fried fillets that I wanted to try.
Oh.
So maybe note to next time.
Tastes like chicken.
It tastes just like chicken. Have you never had
Yeah,
alligator, Anthony?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little
It's-
chewy. Yeah.
It's a little bit
gamier.
it's a little bit chewier. It has a slight aftertaste of the swamp,
Yeah.
but it tastes just like frog.
It's like eating bad tilapia.
Yeah.
So Anthony, tilapia is a really bad fish.
It's not a bad fish.
Yeah, it's not a
I don't
bad
like it.
fish.
I find it to be the
Oh,
most
is it
bottom
too
tier
fishy?
cheap ass fish. Yeah,
Well,
I think
okay,
it's too
yes, it is, but
I don't know. I'm not a fan of tilapia. Every time my mom was like, "We're gonna get tilapia," I was like, "Can
Corm's
we
eating it
get
right now. It's the
tilapia?"
fish of our people. Like
You're not wrong.
It's like I'd rather have like orange roughy or swahi.
swai.
Swai.
I do like that fish is not bad.
Swai.
It's all good.
I'll take
I really
tilapia
like,
over cod, because cod is the
Oh, yeah.
blandest fish of all time.
Cod's a little boring. Yeah. Look, these are all the cheap fish. You can't afford anything else. Tuna gets expensive.
Oh, Scott out here with his halibut. All right, Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like halibut not cheap.
forgot. I really like bluefin tuna. Bluefin tuna. That thing is bomb.
It's a good
I've
choice.
never had bluefin
Oh,
tuna.
dude,
It's almost like
Catfish?
they dipped it in vinegar, if that makes sense. It has a
Love
very
catfish.
Oh, catfish is so good.
like vinegary taste, but that's
Yeah.
when you get it as
I
like
like-
sashimi. That shit is
I
bomb.
like the tuna with the dolphin in it.
Oh yeah,
I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
dolphin not safe tuna.
it's very fatty. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh well, then is
Brain food.
bluefin and yellowfin tuna what they put on like a rainbow roll?
I think it's
I
yellowfin on the
forget.
rainbow
I think
roll.
it's yellowfin on
Okay.
the rainbow.
Yeah.
Because I love whatever they put
I
on
really
a
like
rainbow
salmon.
roll. I'm all in on that.
Mm. Delicious
I also
salmon.
Enjoy sushi quite a
Like
quite
the
a lot.
buttery salmon. Oh, so good. I love poke bowls. We've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Big fan. Yeah. Sounds fun. I'm jealous.
Cool.
I wanted to do more. I still want to go to that zoo.
It's a like I said, it's about a zoo that's like 85% there. There's just certain things like
Yeah.
we got lost at one point. Like we didn't know how we got stuck in a roundabout and we didn't know how to get out. We just kept seeing the same fucking monkey and I was like, we got to get out of this. Like just like
Monkey's laughing at you.
Scott was on this like this adventure. We got to go see a not a marsupial, a marmoset.
A
And
pygmy
there are none
marmoset.
there. There are none there. So I don't know. But like, we were on the map. Yeah, we went to the La Brea tar pits. We saw a couple squirrels like bounce on the tar. You're like, they're just tempted fate.
Tempting
Like,
fate, yeah.
it's like,
Oh my
these fools
God.
ain't gonna make it.
That's what they do for fun.
Yeah, they're just like, hey Bob,
That's how they live.
on the day.
I still haven't seen that place.
La
It's
Brea
nice.
tar
It
pit?
smells like tar.
Yeah, I've only seen it in
It's
Last Action
amazing.
Hero. That's about it.
I went
I've
there
never
on
seen
a
it in
field
person.
trip
Best way to
in
see it.
elementary school, I think.
I will stop my zoo story for a bit, but I'll be honest, it really threw me off that we were walking through like tar fields. Like, and people are just out there having a day playing in the park, and I'm like, why? And then there's like these cones,
Yeah.
like, you know, traffic cones
Yeah.
that they just put down.
Yep.
In sections of the park where
that you're not supposed to go
We're-
to.
no,
Because
it's
it's
just-
tar.
like,
It's just tar.
It's like it's just the tar just decided to burst through this 2-foot section. So they
Too
just put
soft,
a
yeah.
cone, and I was like,
Yeah.
it blew my mind. I was like,
Mommy, I
"We're
love
just
playing
kidding."
in that park because my head feels funny.
Yeah, um,
Jesus Christ.
but like when we look at the zoo map, there's no "You are here" stickers.
oh yeah, you,
So we
you
had
just
to-
gotta figure out where
we
you
went to
are,
several
and you
of
don't
them.
know where you
It's,
are.
it's just a circle
I'm
around
not
the entire
kidding.
map. You are here.
It was just kind of like we'd had to look. We're like, okay, well, I guess we saw that jaguar enclosure, so I guess we're close to that. Like, and then like as I said last time, no
It's an escape room.
sanitizer
Yeah, the sanitizer.
anti-sanitizer dispensers every 25 feet. None of them are filled.
Of course not.
And I was just like, what? It just fill them. We never once saw a worker.
Of course not.
They wouldn't give us a bag when I bought something. She was like, "Oh, we don't do bags." I'm like, "So I'm just supposed to carry this item around now the rest of the day?" Good, we were leaving.
Just
But
a
I was like,
snow
what if
globe,
I-
like cool.
Yeah, I was like, what if I was a parent and my kid had to have a stuffed animal, and we know that he's going to drop it, and I would like to have a bag. So no,
That's why you just
Cool.
steal stuff. Hey, where's your bag? They don't give out bags.
Yeah.
yeah. Walter the goat was the highlight. This goat knew secrets. I'll throw a picture up later. This goat knew thing. This
Who's
goat.
Walter?
He was the goat.
Oh.
That was the name
Is
of
there
the
also
goat.
a petting zoo there? Do they have a
No,
petting zoo.
this
Oh.
was like an. You know what? I'll just put the picture in the chat now, so you all could understand.
Put in pod talk.
Yeah.
What do you mean he knew secrets? Like he knew
You-
of the demonic
Tell us
arts?
about
Like
Walter.
Like when you look at Walter, you'll go, "Oh yeah, no, Walter knows
Wha-
secrets."
what was his cousin in the hit movie The Vivitch, starring Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yeah. The Vivitch.
Almond Taylor.
Almond Taylor Joy.
Is Walter
always
in
think
like
of that now.
the witness relocation program? Like
No,
who
Anthony,
named him Walter?
I don't. It was the sign.
Oh,
The
it just said
sign names him
Walter.
Walter.
This is the sign said, "This is Walter the goat."
All right, so
I
you
hope to God it's just a regular goat in like a small
is not a
fenced
normal goat.
area
He is
Yeah.
not a
Oh my
normal goat.
God.
I'm
with the
putting
sign
it
that
in
says
Pod
Walter
Talk.
with the arrow pointing at him.
and he knows to stand there.
Yeah. As soon as
Walter's a
just
very
chewing
intelligent
grass.
goat.
You said Pod Talk.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Scott got it.
Okay,
Oh
then.
good lord, that
Told
goat
you
that goat is worshipped as a demon.
the goat knows things.
Oh God. Let's go look.
No, thank you.
Does it have
Oh
does it
God.
have double horns?
Yeah,
No,
it's
they're
like-
just
Oh, they're
really curly.
spiraled. Yeah.
Just
wow.
spirally, yeah.
No, thank you. And I don't like him.
No, that is
It's in a smile.
that is a wizard contained
knows
in the
stuff.
body of a goat.
There's a wizard trapped, polymorphed by a witch.
Like,
He's
come over
cursed.
here. I got something to tell you.
But
Um,
he's resigned to just living out his days as a goat.
I
Was
feel
it-
like if he could, he would do this with his beard.
Yeah.
He is for sure bitten the fingers off of children.
Gandalf the
Um,
goat.
So, but in the
Dude,
next
those horns
pin,
look crazy.
we found where they used to have 2 hippos, but Maria and whatever the other hippo's name was, they had to ship them off and they put a sign up to let you know that why they had to get rid of the hippos at this zoo is the irrigation there is not good because they put
Oh.
next to the sign that's because hippos poop a lot. That's literally what it said. I was like, oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, so because of these hippos not having good stuff, that means I can't see a hippo today, is what I took away from that. But yeah, no, they put all the names of the animals, which the San Diego do may or may not do. I mean, I think they do to an extent, but like these were like right up there. They were like, these are two monkeys. Their names are Pedro.
both of them
Yeah.
together are named Pedro.
Scott starts talking to them. He's just like, "Which one are you? Are you Pedro or whatever the other name?" I was like, "Don't talk to the monkey."
The monkey's like,
One's Pedro, the other one's Pascal.
Yeah, because like at SeaWorld, the otters' names are like Mocha, Pumpkin, Coco, and there's two more that I'm missing.
and the
It
destroyer.
just has their names
She's
on the.
following all of their Instagrams.
Yeah. Remember the sign was right there. I was like, oh, I forgot who touched my thumb. I think it was Mocha. I got to feed Mocha. Sweetest thing.
Such a weird way to present that.
'Cause it did. It touched my thumb. I held the squid and it just went boop. And I was like, it touched me. And I was just really excited.
Yeah, no, Scott's still waiting for Pedro to let him know.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, it's like
I still wanna
85%
go.
there, but there's things you just kind of. I'm used to San Diego Zoo, which is like perfection. So you walk around, you're like, oh, I dropped something, and then like someone's there to be like, do you need help? This place, I can drop a kid and no one's coming.
Is it that the LA Zoo is 80% there, or is the San Diego Zoo 120% all the way there?
Yes.
Because I've really heard that San Diego just has like one of the best zoos in
It
the
does.
country.
I
So-
Have you never?
I
been
read a
up there?
book recently
Then
that mentions the San Diego Zoo in it, and the book did not take place in San Diego.
Yeah,
Oh.
San Diego Zoo is like the
World famous
best
San Diego Zoo, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a peacock
aware.
that goes free sometimes. Sometimes it's on top of the gift shop. Sometimes it's hanging out.
It
in
can't
the
be
front.
contained. It's like Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus.
It just stands there and then it makes its noise.
But that's the journey along the
Yeah.
way.
Oh god.
the fuck was that?
That was Miley Cyrus.
Oh, you haven't seen that
Oh.
IG story? Yeah, no.
She sounds
Her
like
voice is
fucking Buffalo
crazy.
Bill.
I've
Yeah.
heard.
Her voice
I've
is
heard about
very
that.
deep and raspy.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
deep and raspy.
I like to sing. You're like, oh.
Blues
Yeah.
now mostly.
Oh. Man. Yeah, because like I just looked up the map and it just looks like there's a lot there.
There's a lot. Don't get me wrong, Steph. But it's weird. It's just you just
I
kind
have
of
to
like,
go.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna go.
Well, we'll take
sometime.
you. I
Yes,
get it.
I'd love to.
I can take one person for free with my discount card.
I
Yes.
want to go.
Go get it.
Take
Seth.
me to the zoo, please.
Yes, Beck. Miley Cyrus is slowly turning into Dr. Girlfriend.
Strange enough, I think Dr. Girlfriend has a sexier voice.
Miley
That's
Cyrus
alright.
is
Yeah.
if Vocal Fry was a person.
Yeah.
All right, pick a
Okay.
number between 1 and 175. Let me just already go to 69.
There's 420.
Who's gonna get 69? Who's gonna?
All
get
right, you know what? I'm actually going to do this one tonight because why the fuck not?
176.
That bitch.
There's 69.
Oh, this is going to be weird. What is one opinion from the opposing political party you actually agree with?
We should all have guns.
Is there a list that I can pick from? Like, I can't.
Look, guys. If they all have guns, we should all have guns too.
He's not wrong. I don't
Plus-
want guns though.
Plus, the fastest way to get gun reform, get a whole bunch of black people with guns, and they'll be like, "Oh, we need gun reform." It happened once before.
I don't know how to answer.
I'm not
this because
mad
I'm
at
not
capital punishment.
Uh, I can't go on with that.
You literally mutilated and killed a child. Maybe you shouldn't be here.
Oh, like the death sentence and all
Yeah,
that.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not too mad at a
Oh, I
death
don't.
penalty
I
sentence,
don't
yeah.
hate it.
Yeah, some
It's kind
people
of like my only one though. I'm like,
I'm sorry. Some people shouldn't be here.
some people should be removed.
I'm just like, look, I'm not saying it's the best solution. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No. No.
It's a tough
no.
thing to sign off
Yeah.
on.
I'm just like, you know, like I'm not saying it's a final solution.
Jesus Christ.
It's never gonna be my first idea.
No.
Yeah.
It depends on the severity of what you did.
Yeah.
Like I said, like if you raped a kid, I don't think you should be alive.
I think you should be removed from society and life.
Yeah.
Or you know, hung upside, as my mom would say, hang you upside down and take off your balls.
Just like Val Venus.
Just like Val Venus. Well, they didn't take his balls; they just cut his dick off.
How do you get the dick without the balls?
I don't want to Google
He,
this.
he had a katana.
Carefully.
How did he? I don't think Tanaka was that precise with
know
his
that.
katana.
You don't know that.
Yes, Leland.
Who the fuck is Val Venus?
He's a wrestler from the Attitude Era.
Oh, I watched that video. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Scott, you're not wrong.
Scott made me watch it one night. I was like, "The fuck is happening?" Wrestling in the '90s was
peppered with
wild.
racism.
Oh
You-
yeah.
You know, Jet, you're also not wrong. Taking their life is letting them get away too easy.
Fair, and
Also not
that's
wrong.
where
Oh.
that's the
Labor
tricky,
camps.
the slippery.
I am all for labor
Labor
camps.
camps. Should we just round up all the people we think desirable and put them in
all,
one
all the
spot?
bad people.
Well, just the worst ones, you know.
Oh, just yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't
I want
really
them to
have
suffer.
I don't really
know
have a
how to
different
answer.
option, but yeah, like hard punishment, relentless punishment is just a thing I cannot really sign off on.
that's fair.
I need a list. I don't know. I don't know much.
Andy's
so
gonna hold
it's
this
easier if
over
I
you,
could
me and
list.
Jordan now. He's gonna be better than me and Jordan. Like, I didn't want to kill anybody.
Look, Leland, all it means is that we have the guts to take a stand.
And maybe that's what it is.
You know what? Tom Petty said it best, Anthony, and we're on that side.
Yeah. Huh.
If you don't have an answer, it's okay.
Okay. But maybe I don't have an answer because I can't think
Yeah.
of anything.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have anything. Like I am very much like my opinion about government is that it should be doing a lot. Like the whole Republican basis of like less government oversight is not a thing I think governments should do. Like they shouldn't be resorted
Doesn't work.
to like
It does not work.
Yeah. It shouldn't be resorted to like the bare minimum to keep invisible borders on the map. Like, what good is a government if it's not taking care of its people? And a government should be involved in social programs and like funding to help people, help the entire country be the very best that it absolutely can be. So, like, all that money should go to uplifting the entire community of the nation and not just defending itself.
Yep.
So like there's kind of nothing that I can really think of. I'm fine if everyone gets guns. Let them all have guns. I don't want them for me, but that's my personal choice. As long as I still have that, cool. I'm not worried. Like I really can't think of anything off the top of my head that like is a Republican ideal that I think like, oh, they got a good on that one.
Yeah,
That one is
Yeah, for
decent.
me, it's literally just guns. That's really the only thing I can really think that I could
Yeah.
agree with. And that's entirely personal thing.
Sure.
I fully believe in gun safety and education. I think anyone who owns a gun should be educated to own a gun. I think everyone who owns a gun should have a license to own a gun, and you should have to go through various processes to maintain that license, much like you do with a driver's license. I think guns should be treated in the same way as a driver's license, where you have to like yearly tests to prove that you know how to properly store and take care and maintain your guns, all that stuff. I think we desperately need that, because
Yes,
it's clear at this point there's never going to be a ban. There's never going to be one. So I think the next best step is increased education, increased oversight, increased hoops you have to jump through to have one. Because if you have a thing that can just kill other people in mass quantities, you should have a lot of hoops to jump through to be able to do that.
At least as many as to drive a car.
At least as many as to drive a
At
car.
least
Yeah.
as many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, regulations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
have,
was
I have
All right,
nothing to
Leland,
add to this.
What's number 96?
fun. Just randomly 96.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
the flip of 69.
And I agree, Beck. Regulate guns, not books.
Yes.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Do you think you could live in outer space for a year?
Yeah.
Under what
Maybe-
condition?
Am I
Maybe
by myself?
Didn't say.
I lived in quarantine by myself for way too long, and I'm fine.
Yeah, but space
Yeah,
is
he's fine.
different.
I think I could do it because then you get to look at the Earth or the moon or space.
What are my conditions like?
There was no conditions in
That's
the
what
question.
I'm asking.
There were none presented. It just said, "Do you
Like,
think
because
you
if
can
I'm
live in
by
space?"
myself and then I'm running out of stuff or something
Stuff
goes
can
wrong
live
and
in
no
it.
one can help me, then I have a problem.
Well, it did say you were alone.
Like
Okay.
I imagine I'm on a space station.
Yeah,
That's-
like a
it's
colony or
it's
something.
fully stocked. There's people there if I want them around. If not,
Right,
I can
so
just
no
float
advancement
away.
in technology. It's all paste food and peeing into a
Yeah.
bag.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, wouldn't that be an advancement in technology if we were living in space?
No.
Because people
That's
are
what
already
they
doing
have.
That's
that.
what I was thinking.
No,
The
but in
first
my
thing I
mind, I
thought
was
of
on,
was
like, a really
Martian with
cool
Matt
planet or
Damon, and I was
something.
like, am I in a good situation or
Well,
not?
that's what
Or is
that-
this like Xenon girl of the 21st century?
what
Then
I'm
that's
saying.
fine.
No, we're doing
I can-
Xenon. Xenon for sure.
And it's okay. You know why? Because I have Protozoa, and he
Yes.
has concerts, and it'll be a fun time.
You
What's
guys are
a
gonna need to,
xenon
like,
girl? What the fuck?
old in your fucking references for Leland and I.
This is
Is it
another.
decom?
It is a
It's another
decom.
decom.
Boom!
Xenon, the girl of the
Girl,
21st century. Yeah. And then
She
there's
has
Xenon the
artificial
sequel.
Actress's
gravity.
name, but it also has what's her freaking name? Ra- I was gonna say Raven Simone, but that's not her name. Is that?
I'm
her
looking her up right
No,
now.
that's
Yeah.
not her name. That was a different girl.
But
Was
I thought Raven was in Xenon.
She is.
the
Yeah.
first one
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
they changed her into?
Did they?
Yeah, some
Yeah,
white
it's
chick
not her
named
again.
Kristen Storms. That's not her.
Yes.
That's
Oh
not
yeah,
her.
Kristen Storms. Yeah.
That's not her born given name.
Because she was
Raven's-
also in Alex Mack.
Raven
No,
Simone
that was someone
name
else.
was
That's someone else.
Nebula Wade.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wade.
Nebula.
The space Jordan, the space station you're in is the plot to System Shock 2. I really want to
Yeah.
play the System Shock remake because I played the demo and it was fantastic.
If we're doing
I
like,
like Scott. I could live in outer space. Absolutely.
if we're doing like what Leland is saying is like space colony, sure, that's fine. Like that's beyond technology that we're at. That is like maybe some simulacrum of
have it.
artificial
Future.
gravity.
Sure.
Like that is some kind of maybe artificial food or whatever. That's fine. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Being on our current like Mir space station, that doesn't sound great.
That's fair.
That sounds pretty miserable.
I want to live on the sprawl from Dead Space 2, but before the Necromorphs take over.
I'll
I
I'll
just-
go as
I
I'll
just
go
want
as
to float.
miserable as Battlestar
Ooh.
Galactica.
I'm in space. I still have it. I'm there. I can do it. I think I can. But I would want to be with friends.
I just want to float.
Just like the Janelle Monáe song "Float."
We can save up and get you on that vomit comet.
No, I'm good. That sounds awful.
Oh.
I've watched those videos. Nope. All right.
Could you be in the Phantom Zone for a year? Though I forget how time works there.
I
We'll
mean,
say
it does work differently in the Phantom Zone, but
We'll call
depends
it
on
Star
what
Wars.
Phantom
Is
Zone
this a
you want
Star
to be in.
Wars reference?
It says
It's Superman.
Superman.
DC Comics.
I wouldn't know.
Sometimes the Phantom Zone is just, a nebulous realm of floating.
Limbo, endless.
Yeah. Then other
nothing.
times it's,
Went with Beck,
Peter
that sounds
O'Toole
fun.
drunk on a
Barren.
mountain. So,
Okay, you could live underwater, but it's the underwater station from that one Kristen Stewart movie
Abyss.
where she
Oh.
fights
Ooh.
Cthulhu.
Oh.
Cthulhu.
What is that? What's happening in that movie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
happens in that
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, she
Oh,
fights
shit.
Cthulhu. Yeah,
It's
you should
I'm
probably
into
see it.
that now.
it's fucking awesome when you
Yeah.
see it. You're like, oh shit, it's actually Cthulhu.
Oh,
I never
fuck,
saw it, but
okay.
I've seen stills of the creature. I'm like,
Yeah.
that fucking
What's that?
Cthulhu?
42 below?
Yeah.
No,
or
no,
something-
no, it's not
No.
42. that's the shark movie, 42 meters.
That's
Yeah, that's the one
42
with
meters.
Blake Lively stuck on a fucking
That's
rock
Blake
while
Lively.
Jaws is trying to
And
get
And
her
they made a
ass.
two. There's two. There's a two.
Yes, there is a
that.
part
There's-
two.
There's
What?
a second movie to that.
84 meters?
Forgot.
No,
what it
there's the
is
Blake
now.
Lively one. Then there's the one where they're stuck in the shark cage.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that.
Yeah.
No way. And then there's that
Uh,
weird movie where the two girls are stuck on the top of the radio tower.
Dude, dude, Fall,
We
that
watched
movie.
That,
that
was
movie's
really
fucking-
unsettling.
Oh my god.
Very unsettling.
And that's the movie that made me realize, oh, that one chick from Shazam 2 was actually kind of hot.
God.
Not Shazam 2?
What?
No, you didn't think she was hot in Shazam 2?
No, I haven't seen Shazam 2.
Oh,
But she is hot in
you-
Shazam 2. Because Instagram just keeps showing me her pictures from that movie. I'm like, I haven't seen it though.
Is it Mary Marvel, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. They're so large that it's uncomfortable. Like when she goes from like, I'm just a college student to superpower Mary Marvel, and like her lightning bolt is like here. It is like I think at one point I think Shane leaned over and he was just like, Jesus Christ. It's like I know. Like they're so big.
Underwater. That was the movie with Kristen Stewart. Underwater.
All right,
Yes.
I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's what was happening.
No one did. I think that's why it didn't do well. Even the
Mm.
trailers just were like, there's something mysterious in the water. I had some customers like, yeah, she fights Cthulhu. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's a different movie
It's
entirely.
like,
Whoa.
you should probably pimp that out. Like,
Yeah.
I do kind of want to watch it again.
Blake Lively's movie was The Shallows.
The Shallows,
okay.
right?
And
yes.
then there's 47 meters.
When they're stuck in
which
the
is-
shark cage.
Yeah.
and then there's that
7
one from like 20
meters.
years ago. I don't remember the name of it, but it was based on the true story where
Yeah.
that couple was just left floating
Oh,
out in the
yes.
water.
Two came back?
That was
No, none came back.
No one came back from this stuff.
not stranded.
No, it was something like
no.
deep water?
Yeah, it's, they go
water?
scuba diving, and then the people
They
just
go
leave.
scuba diving.
They come back,
Yeah,
I'm like,
the boat just leaves.
Dude, the worst part.
We
is they
came
went
with
scuba-
12, but we came back with 10. No one
Yeah.
counted.
They
Yeah.
pulled
Scuba
a
diving.
Home Alone and miscounted the wrong heads.
Yeah.
I remember because I think in high school, we were watching Without a Paddle, and then we left Without a Paddle to watch that movie instead. And the worst part on
Movie
like,
hop, Steph?
yes.
Of course she did. Steph was so thuggish in her high school days.
Damn.
that's all I
Open
ever did.
water, thank you.
Old Saturday.
Open
just
water,
boom, boom,
yes.
boom.
Dude,
Yeah.
so open water, the part where they
God.
fucked up
Mm.
was one
Yeah.
of the guys wasn't prepared, and I think he didn't get, I think what it was he didn't get his like scuba gear. So one of the guys was left on the boat. So then he pretty much was just like, "Hey, can I borrow this when you're done?" So basically, when the guy was counting, he saw that he already counted one of the people and saw the guy in the water and counted him as another person. So the head count
Was
seemed right.
accurate. Yeah.
And
Oof.
then they left.
No, you have to have everyone. You call out names.
Yes.
Then after, I think their leftover stuff
Sign
was
up
like at
sheet
the
or
bottom
something.
of their chair. So like I think that's what happens. Like at the end, or like one of the guys realizes, oh shit, someone's stuff was not picked up. And
Yeah.
then they realize, and it
Isn't-
was just
Isn't that whole story kind of written by the photos of a disposable camera?
Well, I
Freaking
don't
do
know.
so long
That I
ago.
don't know.
Open water. I thought Open Water had a 2. Didn't they have a 2 too?
Probably.
Yeah, I think there's a
Yeah.
sequel.
Yeah,
Two
Open
open.
Water
people.
2.
Two
Two
open,
open.
two
Two
water.
water.
No, it's Open Water 2. Adrift.
Mm.
Like,
So-
no, this is why I don't go to the ocean for movies like this. Fuck me up.
Here's the thing.
Fuck
6
the
friends
wood.
are plunged into a nightmare when they jump off a yacht without lowering the ladder. With no way to climb aboard, it's only a matter of time before the bickering stops and terror kicks in.
Dun dun
So,
dun.
They have a boat. They just
Yeah.
can't get back on
Yes,
the boat.
They fucked
Yeah.
Up. They
Yeah.
fucked up bad.
Because they didn't put the lowering ladder
Look.
on.
That is just a stupid
Shit.
boat design. that the ladder
That's
isn't
true.
just on the outside, or there isn't just a
Just built into
platform
it.
on the
There's no
back, like
platform
is
somewhere,
I
normal.
think
Yeah.
there usually is one though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, there's an Open Water 3
Oh,
cage dive.
Hell
Okay, so
yeah.
so it's another
That's when they
just a
fight
shark cage.
MMA in the
Apparently.
water.
Unless they're
there's a
working
lot
on
of
it,
people just
but
being
this
left
says-
out in the sea. I'm
Open
gathered
water
this evening.
6. Like there's so many of these.
Yeah.
The shark drives the boat.
Oh god, no.
I feel like Open Water 4 was just that one level in Gang Beast where we get attacked by sharks.
Apparently Open
that
Water
is the
3
best
came
level.
out in 2016.
Okay.
So, 3 friends from California head to the rugged Australian coast for a cage
Oof,
dive encounter
first
with great
mistake.
white sharks. When a
Mm-mm.
massive wave suddenly destroys their boat, they find themselves floating in the ocean with a swarm of hungry man-eaters.
This is the last thing, and then we're going to close out on this. Did you
Yes.
hear about the killer whales getting connected around the world right now? Killer
No.
Oh
whales
yes.
are destroying boats, and it's
Yeah.
happening more than once
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
around the world.
Yes.
Yes. Fuck
The-
yes.
They are reenacting Echo the
Wow.
dolphin, but now
Yeah,
it's killer
they are-
whales.
They are. What's the term?
They're playing
Not-
Death Stranding, but the whale edition.
Not connected. So there's a better word than that, but like
Psychically
organized.
They're
They're
organized.
becoming
yes.
organized.
Okay.
I
I,
mean,
like
they're-
psychically linked.
Yeah.
It could be. We don't know
They're
whales.
getting together.
I mean, they're
But
mammals.
I love this. I love this theory that the whales are finally like, no,
We're
we're
done.
not doing
We're
this
done.
anymore.
Hey, did you
Fuck
guys know
you.
they call us killer whales?
I
Time
just
to live up to the name.
Yeah. Just rip a man's
Oh.
arm off. Like what? The...
God.
They
I know
are
there's
assholes.
this
they
whole
are. They
episode
really
is-
are.
This
Oh,
whole
the
episode
killer
has been a lot
whales?
about sea things. We started off with the Little Mermaid. It's like
We
Yeah.
brought it back
Yeah.
around. We made the loop.
We stayed
Spock,
on
the killer
theme.
whale who's
Yeah,
leading.
today I saw
the
an
rebellion.
article that what is it that there's sharks at Torrey Pines? They like chewed up a dolphin.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They
Yeah.
left the body. It's a gang killing.
Well, the body flew up to the beach and it just had chunks
They
missing.
just like
I was like, oh
flipped it with
god.
their tails and
Yeah.
smacked it out onto the beach.
Just so the other
Stay out of
dolphins
our
can
water.
see.
Man,
Yeah,
terrible.
because they don't have hands. They couldn't put a head on a pike,
It's true.
like Game
yeah.
of Thrones style.
They also don't have pikes.
Can you imagine that? Just one day, a dolphin's body washes
Oh, man.
ashore on a pike. Like, what?
What the fuck? I would freak out. Yeah, I don't know. I love the ocean, but like watching those documentaries and how deep that is and just like swimming in nothingness, like that also scares me.
I like sitting on the sand.
I do too.
Meh.
That's it.
I'll go
Yeah.
to a pool.
Yep.
Also
I
like
enjoy
pools.
pool much more.
Yeah.
But as a kid,
Yeah.
I was very scared of pools too, because in my brain, sharks.
There's a
Because
shark
sharks
there.
live in water.
The sharks
and
just
that's
spawn
water.
in there.
See through the pool.
I didn't.
That's
I
what's
didn't
even
like-
more scarier. Is you can
I
see
didn't
that
like when
shit coming.
pools had the
Invisible
deep
shark?
end where you can see how deep and dark it gets over there. That always freaked me out. Like
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
curved pools.
Yeah, I'm
Where it would like
6
it would
feet. That's
start
as far
at
as your pool
3,
should be. 6
and
feet.
then it would go to 4, and then out of nowhere it'd go to 9, and it's
Yeah,
just like,
fuck
oh
that.
god, that's deep.
I remember as a child, me and my brother and our family we went somewhere. It's probably in Bahrain or something, but there was 100-foot deep pool,
Oh hell no.
and it was the kind where if you look down at the 100-foot area, it does get
Just
dark.
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
No,
no
that's it.
sun can reach it.
even when we were at the what is it, the killer whale tank.
Too
like,
big.
I
Too
was
deep.
staring at the killer whales, and then I was looking down at the very bottom, and you could just see like there's this little square vent area thing, and I was like, dude, that's fucking deep. And
You
I
know-
was just staring, and I was just like, I would not be
If
okay floating in
If I were
this.
to ever own 100-foot deep pool or a pool that's deeper than that, I would fasten like tentacles or something at the bottom, so you just see like.
Oh god,
I'll
that'd be
be
really
honest.
fun, but that would still scare me. I would
I'm-
still
I'm
believe
a-
that, even if it was mine, I would still believe that there's something there.
I'm not
And
gonna
I
lie, and
own
I'm not saying this for a bit. I would like us to stop talking about how deep the water is. I'm actually kind of starting to sweat. Like, I'm realistically having problems. I
Anthony-
really do not like deep water.
Anthony,
Like,
name
you
this
talked
episode
about
Thalassophobia.
Like you talking about the fucking killer whale thing. I remember going to SeaWorld going like, no, I can't watch this show. It's like,
Yeah.
also, they torture those animals, so don't support it.
Also,
But-
too, watch
But that's still-
Blackfish.
yeah.
No, that
Oh, I've
movie
seen
fucked
it.
me
Has a season pass.
days.
I've seen Blackfish. There's another one. There's a
Blackfish
there's
2?
another-
Blackerfish.
No. Dolphin it was the
Oh, Dolphin
Cove?
Yeah.
the
The
Dolphin
dolphin
Cove,
one.
Midnight
dude.
Fish.
That one was oof.
Blackfish,
Yes,
Blackfish 2, bigger and blacker.
Dolphin Cove, Academy Award-winning documentary made by Fisher Stevens, the man who portrayed an Indian man in Short Circuit.
Oh.
But
A
it's
white guy.
but his name is
Oh.
Fisher. Obviously, he has to be in this.
He had to.
Yeah.
It was his fate.
Yeah, that one was interesting.
All right. Well, that's going to be it. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this ridiculous conversation, please be following us on all the things that we are doing. We are doing big things this week in particular. You'll see us back again here on Thursday for Co-op Thursday. Jordan and Steph will be playing some kind of video game, or maybe special appearance, Anthony, Leland, and perhaps Scott. As
Yeah,
last
those
week,
are-
we all kicked up our killing floor expertise to hard mode
Yes.
and continue our barrage of bullets across the faces of many varied zombies.
Zeds.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Zeds.
We know what they are
Why is this the
Zeds.
greatest game ever made?
because it's very simple.
I love
Yeah.
it. I
Wave-based
love
Very
every
Very
second.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
but
Beck, join us.
please do, Beck.
Yeah.
Wave-based
us.
zombie
One
destroying.
of us.
Great times.
But then next, this Saturday, we have our 12-hour charity stream beginning at 8 a.m. Saturday morning. We will be raising money for Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, the Take Steps Foundation that is raising money for cures for those afflicted with Crohn's and colitis and other IBD. We will be having 3 separate segments. Jordan, Steph, and myself will be running these individually, and there will be a lot of just content going on all day. A lot of video games to be watching. I'll be doing a live TTRPG playing Honey Bear Heist. We will be having our usual Sunday community day, That's all Saturday night, baby. We are going deep into the hours. I say 12. Let's all be honest, it's going to go late. Last year was so much fun. We put in extra hours. We raised
Yeah.
$2,000, which was double the goal that we thought we could achieve. So this year, let's see if we can go even farther. 2000 is where we're beginning, and let's hope we can continue to just do good work. Let's make all this silliness and all the ridiculous conversations that we have through the year really pay off in a way that is a little extra special. So please join us this Saturday right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/LORC podcast, beginning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when Jordan's going to be kicking it off for us.
Yup.
And also to mention, I don't want to forget, we will be also doing an art auction. So if you want to donate, do some good, and have a little back for yourself, there are incredibly talented variety of artists in various medias who have donated art. So while we're doing the stream, about every hour or so, I haven't had a final tally, but you'll be able to bid, and then once the bidding is closed, we see that donation come in, and boom, you got yourself some art from a fantastic human being. And just to name them all very quickly, uh, Roseanne, friend of the podcast, BFF of Steph over there.
Yes.
She has got resin, some resin stuff that she sent me the photos of this weekend. Holy shit.
So cute.
So cute. Fantastic stuff. And not cute in a way that not everyone is, or where everyone will like this. I promise. I'm trying to
Yes.
find like, don't think that this is like boy girl shit. This shit we got is for everybody. So Roseanne, find her at rosemilktea.co on Instagram. A
Yes.
buddy of mine, Caleb, who has been an artist in comic books for several years, done several comics and interiors, did the art for the ABCs of D&D, did the art for Kids with Bikes. Fantastic human being. Find him at Caleb is Drawing, also on Instagram. Nap, who has been on the podcast way back in the early days, back when this was all live at a table crammed in my bedroom. She's donated a fantastic Stephen King inspired piece. Find her at lucid_nap. Jackie, our resident Goblin Queen, who you'll find all over our Discords. She's donated some work. Find her at Red Velvet Art, red with two Ds. Taryn Tyler, who is contributing her first two books, signed copies of Snow Roses and Night Briars. You'll be able to bid on them. The first two books that I have consumed in a decade earlier that didn't have pictures inside, and thoroughly enjoyed them both. You'll be able to bid on all this stuff, and hopefully maybe a little extra more. But again, all for charity, all for a good cause. And at the very least, if you don't have the money to donate, that's cool. No worries. See the link, spread the link around, hang with us during the show. We're guaranteed we're going to have a good time. All that is going to be on our social medias. LORC Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. If you're on any of those, you see the posts come up, please share. We would really appreciate just that little bit of contribution that you can give. Twitch.tv/LORC Podcast. That's where it's happening. If you are not a part of the community, our Discord community, where everyone here in our chat is very active, where we have a fantastic community of supportive human beings, you want to be a part of something like that, find us on our Discord. The link is in the chat. The link is available through our social medias. Reach out to us and help grow this so next year we can do even bigger and better things. If you would like to contribute to any kind of ideas you want to add to our list of ridiculousness, we knocked off 2 topics today. You can email all your thoughts and crazy suggestions to lorcpodcast@gmail.com. And every Monday, this stream turns into a podcast. You can find that on the podcasting places. Then moving on to us individually, Leland, you're out on the internet pumping out that sweet mermaid art. Where do the people find that?
You can find on Instagram and Facebook at Leland Pierce Art.
Nice.
I
I
forgot
saw,
who the fuck I was for a minute.
I saw the moment of panic, like, what's my
Oh, no.
handle?
Oh no.
Well, since I'm talking, you
Stephanie.
can find me
Yes.
on most
Yeah,
social media
sorry.
platforms. Jordan is a bear. And on twitch.tv/Jordan is a bear, starting in June after the charity stream. I've been taking a break to prepare for the charity stream, and once that's done, I'll be back to streaming. There's a bunch of games I'm going to be playing, so tune in if you're into stuff like fighting games or Diablo, stuff like that. Steph, what about you? Where can people find you on the internet?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephanoids. That's STPHUHNOIDS. I post shit. That is all.
Anthony,
Anthony.
close us out.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Instagram and the Twitter at Spooky the 13th. So until Thursday, until Saturday, when we're back all together,
So,
I'm Anthony. In
Yes.
alphabetical order, we are,
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. And stop
Make sure that's
and save. LORC 316.
Thank you to everybody out there who's already been sharing our charity stream posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Huge appreciation to you all. Look forward to hopefully seeing you. If not, we feel your presence with us, and it will carry us through a very long day of making jokes and being silly.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. I'm definitely not panicking.
At least all your stuff is gonna be on the day. I still got stuff to do.
I still have
Nice.
writing I have to do. I still have writing and finalizing the order for the auction and all that stuff. But no, I mean absolutely. Everybody, Jordan is the one who like really makes this happen. He's the one
Yeah.
that does all the really heavy lifting for the website or for the stream to put it together. He's been assembling new overlays and all that stuff. So like all the props in the world. Like we don't get these donations without Jordan's hard work. So everyone give him some props.
Or don't. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And no, give
Yeah,
him some props. I
no.
want to see some applause in the chat, please. Spicy
Don't
hands.
do that.
Spicy hands in the chat.
Don't need to do
Do
that.
it for Jordan.
I could also do that. There.
I could just end
There
the
you go,
stream
there
right
you
now.
go. See this? See this? See this? Done.
Spicy hands in the chat. You love to see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hands. I know there's another one here, right?
I only know of the one spicy hands.
Oh, there. These two. And done. Take that.
Hey, Miss Rochan.
Hey,
We see you out
hey.
there. We see you out there lurking.
Let me see.
Yeah. I'm almost finished writing the adventure.
There you go.
For the honey bear heist. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but the tough part about like writing a role playing story is like I've done it long enough to know you can't write everything. If you write everything, you're just writing a book. And no matter what you think the party's going to do, they're not. So there's going to be things that are wasted. So you don't necessarily want to like overwrite, but you certainly want to you want to have enough that you always feel prepared. So I've got chunks of like exposition, and then I've got notes for me, for like if anybody suddenly pops up and's like, "What's the name of this?" I'm like, I'm not super great with naming things off the top of my head. I'm not like Jordan here, who always has an answer.
Yeah, he does.
It's literally just I mostly take the first letter and then put something onto it.
But yeah, it should be pretty interesting. It should be a good time. I think it's the right amount of silliness, and I've also realized I have a general distaste for circuses. Spoiler alert.
In general?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
just have a vendetta against
The-
circuses?
The setting is a circus.
Mm.
And the players do or will all know that. But like everything I was writing came off really kind of dark. I had to go back and like I need to chill the hell out. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for your family.
Yeah.
Be a fun family time.
Yeah.
Out here writing Guardians 3.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, not as bad, not as soul crushing. Yo, I assume at least the three of you maybe didn't know. I bet Beck was aware. But did you know that Saturday was World Dracula Day?
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not on my calendar, so no.
fair. Yeah, no, I know you don't have the goth
Did they
calendar
do
that I have on
anything
my wall.
special? Like
Who's
It-
they? The
like-
Draculas of the world?
no, like does anything happen? Anything special happen?
You make
Creatures of the
special
night,
happen.
Steph.
He comes back.
You make the special of the night. It's the anniversary of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the book, being published.
Oh, is that why you posted that one thing, Steph, that said that Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder have been married for 30 years because they got married on the
I
set of
just-
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Oh, I did read
That
that
shit's funny.
today. It's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, there's I think they're still married. They're just seeing other people. Is what's going on.
They're married, but they're not serious about it.
And I believe he's been married again since then.
Yeah.
too, so it's- Yeah.
So I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula from the 90s. That movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
Saw the gold outfit that he wore at the end in person on
Ooh,
on
Oh,
Monday.
there you go.
Speaking
Did
of
you
Dracula,
know
we'll do it after.
it has boots, knee-high gold boots with a heel that are not
Wow.
sticking? And I was like, why the fuck you got the boots? This is weird.
Because Gary Oldman's not that tall.
Taller than you think, but yes. Sorry, carry on. I got excited that you made something that I saw physically yesterday.
Yeah. So I have not seen this movie in a long ass time.
Yeah.
Never seen
It lives very specifically in my mind. But because I do know it was like it's kind of slow. It's a movie. I'd kind of forgotten a lot of things, I realized. So Saturday, I'm with my lady and we're watching it, and I realized, oh, this movie's actually kind of not good.
No, it wasn't good then, but
Oh, for sure.
costumings and performances make it good.
So I'm watching it, and maybe 30, 40 minutes into this 2 hour or more movie, I'm like, this movie won Oscars. I remember
For-
Oscars with this
For
movie.
costuming.
For costuming,
Mm.
production, and sound design.
And I
which-
know that because I saw the Academy Award
You
for
saw it.
costuming
Yeah,
on
nice.
yesterday.
Which, yes,
Can
Earned.
confirm.
earned. The costumes are fantastic. The production is very cool. The sound design is sound design. I realized the production is actually kind of built almost Broadway play like. There are some things happening that are like, oh, like this is to make like an illusion happen that like if you don't look at directly just gives the feeling of like people in the background or outside a window or like fire stuff like that what I do remember is a lot of flack that Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves got for their acting performances, which are performances. They're
Okay.
definitely acting. But what I didn't really realize until this watching is that's not it's not really them as much as it is the director, Francis Ford Coppola, kind of giving everyone the direction to be too much.
Or lack
Hmm.
of direction.
I don't know what you know. I assume he was there telling people to do these things because even Anthony Hopkins, who fantastic actor, is really going over the top. Now he's doing it better than everyone other than Gary Oldman.
Him and Gary Oldman are in this same movie. Nobody else is. Maybe Lucy. Lucy's in a different movie, and I enjoy what movie she's in.
Lucy's in like a triple X version of the movie.
As I said what I
She's
said.
just horny for Taze.
Yeah, no idea.
But it was like for a movie that I remember having an impact on me as a teenager.
Yes.
Because
Sex
it is
impact. There's
yeah,
a bestiality scene.
that is facts. Because it has very much a vibe. It is very much a movie with a very specific vibe, and that vibe was for Anthony in 1993 or whenever it came out. But without having gone back to it, I'd forgotten. I will absolutely throw down. The editing is absolute garbage. The editing is so insanely bad, even for the time. I have to feel like everybody knew, even then, like these were choices.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never
but I
seen
mean,
it.
Yeah, I've never
think
seen it. I have no.
I think it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
despite like its flaws, like
Where did you watch this?
Netflix. No, actually, I had to rent it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
okay.
It's
Okay.
not currently free.
Did you guys
Okay.
see the trailer for the movie, the Last Voyage of the Demeter?
Yeah,
That
that
looks
looks pretty
sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I know of it and I know what the twist is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a twist.
There's a twist?
Well, not a lot of people know what that
Oh,
voyage
oh,
is.
yes, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. No, because I
Yeah.
watched that.
Do they
trailer
tell you in
came
the
out.
trailer?
They
what-
should, yes.
Oh, okay. Then that's,
Yeah.
the twist is in the trailer. It's
Yeah.
just like-
Yeah. Because I found out that Steph had no idea of what that story was.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, there's a movie coming out that like it took me forever to find out. Oh, that was the worst part. It took me forever to find out that actor's name, and I actually had to Google.
Corey Hawkins.
Yeah, is it Corey Hawkins? Yeah, I had to Google
He-
black actors,
he
and I went
played-
through a whole 100 list, and he was like number 70.
He
and I
played
found
Dr.
him.
Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Yes,
He also
and Straight Outta
plays
Compton.
a black character with dreadlocks in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I forgot he was in there
what's he playing?
in The
He-
Walking Dead.
In,
No, in this.
oh, he's the main character in the Demeter.
the bad guy.
No,
The human,
no,
the
no.
main human
I don't know.
character.
You said the main character.
Oh.
There's only one main character when you discuss the Prince of Darkness.
He's not the main character.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, no.
I'll watch the
I forgot-
trailer after
yeah.
this
I watched the
podcast.
trailer.
Yeah.
In fact, let's wrap it up so I can.
But then I
It's
also
okay.
just
Go.
I also just found out that Steph didn't watch the was it BBC's
Living on Netflix.
Dracula?
Interesting.
I
Starts
really
out
out
yet.
stronger than it ends, but
Yes.
good
Yes.
That's the
Starts
name
off
of it.
immensely
Way
stronger.
stronger.
Ends really wild.
those the first two episodes fucking phenomenal, and then the
Yeah.
last one happens. You're like, okay,
You're just kind of like, huh.
yeah,
So
That's what
this
it
is
was.
what you wrote.
yeah,
You wrote this, and was like, this is what we're gonna do next.
yeah.
It's like we're
I-
gonna do it, but we're gonna do it different.
Like I enjoyed it for what it
Defiantly
was, but it
different.
was very.
Is it Dracula?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
BBC
2020 Dracula?
It's on Netflix, Steph.
Yes.
Wait,
It's
shit,
only
was that
3
2020?
episodes. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
It
during the
doesn't say
pandemic when I
BBC.
watched
Holy
It
it.
just
shit.
says N series. Is this the right one?
Yeah,
There's like a
Netflix.
nun on the cover.
Steph,
Yes, that's the
send
one.
it to the group chat so we can verify
Yeah,
it
the
for
nun is the main character in the first episode.
you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, Anthony, you're not wrong. As much as I love that movie, I know it's not good. And I knew it wasn't good in 93 because it was quite obvious that when you call it Bram Stoker's Dracula, I would suspect and assume that someone read the book.
Mm.
It wasn't
Um,
me. That book is difficult to read. And
Oh, that
I'm
book
bad
is
at reading.
fucking terrible. Yeah, all first person accounts by letters. Ugh.
Yeah.
But
I have to assume the movie is relatively similar to the book.
it's about 85% yes, and
It's
then
pretty
they
good
make
for an adaptation.
sure, but then they make choices.
Sure.
But I unapologetically love the killing of Lucy is I think the best part of the movie. That like
In the
10
crypt?
minutes. Oh, her in
Okay.
the white dress with the reversed action of everything she does is ran a rewind. I just love all that. Yeah.
I couldn't help but remember Dracula Dead and loving it, especially in that scene.
Oh yeah, Steph.
That's twice this week that movie has been brought up by two different people in my life. That must be a sign.
the
Time to
nun
watch.
in the Dracula that you're going to watch on Netflix. Same lady from Inside Man. The David Tennant show on Netflix.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That one.
Which
Yeah.
great series. Dark as hell.
Oh, yeah. Very good show. Just the premise is very dark, but very good show. I could see it. Okay.
All right, we'll see
I'll put that on
everybody
my
on
list.
Saturday.
Yeah. And maybe
Really wants to go watch the
Thursday.
trailers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just tune into our social medias. You'll know what we're doing. It's the best
LORC
way to find
podcast
out.
across the board.
Yes.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
We'll see you
This has
later.
been
Good
LORC Nights. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.